So yes, it's some ungodly hour in the morning. And yes, I did actually have a dip in that pool. So I want to run a little thought experiment. And do me a favor, just close your eyes just for, just maybe a minute. I want you to think of the person that you trust and cherish the most in the world. This is the person that you feel the safest with, that you feel you can let all your boundaries and guards down. I want you to imagine their face, and I want you to imagine the way you feel around them. And the feeling you have around this person is this feeling of ultimate safety. So hold that and feel what that feels like. Whoever that is for you. Now, I want you to notice how you feel when I say the following. That person that you trust, maybe that person that you love, is a sociopath that has done horrendous things to people. Even if they haven't done it to you, to other people. Horrendous things. How does it feel when I say that? Now, if you do the experiment for real, it should feel pretty bad. In fact, you should feel some resistance. You should feel this feeling of like, no. And that's not so much an intellectual thing. That is a very, very somatic thing. You feel that in your gut. Now, why run an experiment like that? Because people sometimes say, well, how do intelligent people fall for this kind of thing? How do intelligent people fall for narcissistic abusers or fall for cult leaders? Or are they stupid? Not necessarily. There are some very, very educated people that fall for this thing. There were in Nixon, there were Harvard graduates that fell for it. Because we don't make decisions intellectually, we make decisions emotionally, somatically. And this is known in psychology. So why do intelligent people fall for it? Because of their feelings. Now, are there people that don't fall for these things? Yeah, probably. I mean, one category is, psychopaths, people who sort of con people and are looking for the con in other people all the time. And also sometimes people that have been burnt, really burnt. They might not fall for it. But most people fall for it because it's a feeling we're having. So that feeling that you had for that cherished person, when it gets challenged, there is this violent opposition to listening to what I am saying, in that case. Like, let's say I am the whistleblower saying to you, that person is a sociopath. You will feel this violent somatic opposition to what I'm saying. And what will happen, it's really interesting, and I read the work of this amazing psychologist, Jennifer Freyd, and she talked about betrayal blindness. It's much more complex, but basically, let me sum it up this way. If I'm the whistleblower telling you this thing, you will be much angrier at me than the actual person who betrayed you. Like the actual sociopath that betrayed you, you will be more angry at me for bringing it to your attention, because if it's true that this person that you cherish is, a sociopath, and they fooled you completely, what does it mean about you? What does it mean about your entire existence? Like the whole foundation of your psyche is going to get shaken. And most people don't want that. So often they'll turn against the whistleblower. So I thought I'd just mention this because somebody had said to me, can you address why smart people fall for this shit? Well, because it's not about smarts. It's about these somatic feelings and the somatic conditioning that you have. And remember, con artists, narcissistic abusers, I can't say that, are very, very good at presenting a certain face. I mean, if they told you right up front, I'm going to probably destroy your life, you'd have nothing to do with them. They love bomb you. They shower you with, compliments, gifts, whatever it is. And then eventually you start to see what's underneath. So you get attached or seduced by those early experiences and you have these beautiful, beautiful feelings perhaps around this person, so that when you're finally confronted with information, you don't want to hear it. And you don't want to hear it because it upsets that deep, deep somatic attachment feeling that you have for that person. So sometimes people say, well, I mean, you've given them data, they have the information. Yes, a lot of people have the information that would free them, but they're trapped. They're trapped in this, what I call a somatic trap. I'm not a psychologist, but this somatic trap, and it's hard for them to let go. So that kind of answers, I think, an aspect of the question of how do smart people fall for it. And really, like, do yourself a favor, and if you didn't quite buy the experiment at the beginning, just try it again. Just really try to focus, even though you now know what's going to happen. Focus on that person that you really care about, that you really trust, and then pull the rug out from underneath yourself and just feel the resistance you have. And it's strong. It is powerful. All right, there will be more.